All right, another one looks promising enough. This one's about junior prom. Let's see what the 50s idea of a junior prom is supposed to be like.
Oh boy. I never went to prom.
Me neither. I wasn't able to go because, well, my family was poor. Oh, this one's a 21-minute long one.
Oh boy.
This picture is on dating, the etiquette of dating. We are going to follow some of these students as they go on a date and see if their manners have anything to do with their fun. Everyone thinks that his own manners are all right, even if they aren't perfect, and that being correct only helps to spoil fun.
Unfortunately, the frames aren't really correct.
Do and don't do with what we think is right.
Oh, oh fuck.
Oh.
Let's compare ourselves with Margaret or with Helen.
Junior
Or
prom.
with two fellows who are particularly interested in them. The junior prom, semi-formal, is the best dance of the year and is announced early.
I think our projection is a little
Jerry
bit
is the
drunk.
shorter of the two. He believes that he who hesitates lost. And
Oh,
the
look
time
out,
to
they
ask
might do
for
the
a date is
jitterbug.
now. Margaret, for her part, believes that a girl shouldn't make it difficult for a fellow to ask for a date.
Yeah, but if you go a little
Fear
too
of not
easy, you
being
look like a
asked.
slut.
Or fear of being
Ugh.
refused can
Yep.
ruin our social lives.
Nasty.
If we let them. How do you act? Natural, at ease, graciously? Or are you shy? Like Frank, do you blurt out invitations? Actually, Helen is glad to receive the invitation. And Frank is surprised.
I thought you would have
Getting
just slapped
dates
me.
is not hard if one will act with a bit of courage.
Mom told me you'd
Showing
punch
self-esteem
me in the
sincere.
dick.
I love a woman that will just kill me.
A week before the prom, Jerry asked Margaret
That's
to
most
help
men
Frank
nowadays.
by finding out what Helen intends to wear to the dance.
I love a woman.
But Frank
Kick
isn't
my
thinking
ass.
far enough ahead to realize.
Say
that he will
yes,
soon be
Mommy, please
selecting a
step on
corsage
me.
for Helen. And that
Ironically,
the
I was reaching
corsage
that
should
part at
harmon
this
the color of
point
the
when I was
dress
editing the
before.
Saved by the Bell episode.
He should also find out the
Guys
type of
bringing up
corsage he
referencing
prefers.
Lady Dimitrescu.
So Jerry
No!
into a discussion of corsages.
Thankfully, Russian Pat
She
has a
recalls the
video
ones
clip
she
of her
likes
going,
best.
bruh.
Gardenias, spring
Bruh.
flowers,
I love
an orchid
that.
once, camellias. She and Jerry have been dating for a long while. She appreciates the good taste he has
good
shown in
Lord.
choosing flowers that
Aren't you
suited
glad
his
our
dress and
fucking
complexion.
milk doesn't come in
The
glass
wearing of
bottles
flowers
anymore?
on the wrist, the shoulder, or in the hair is a matter
I don't
of
know, that looks pretty tasty. You gotta think, right? When you drink stuff out of like plastic or metal, the minerals are actually
When
like
Frank
dissolving
finally
into the
asks Helen
water,
about
so
her
you're drinking
preferences,
some of that.
She is glad to tell him that she likes all
Oh,
types of
shit.
corsages and all flowers, except
But like
gardenias.
the glass bottles had a propensity not to melt off into the
All other
liquid.
preparations for their double date are
So you were
also
probably
kept
just getting the liquid straight.
The night of the prom, Frank is
The problem
glad
is
to dance
glass
in
is harder
semi-formal,
to produce.
and that the wearing tuxedo is optional. But even with a dark business suit, so Jerry insists, the color of the tie should be conservative.
It's not necessarily that's harder, it's just that's cheaper
We
in
dress
certain
according to the
countries.
occasion. A dignified occasion
Not
requires
this one, I don't
dignified
think.
clothes.
No, not in America, because
As a matter
it's
of
easier to
convention, men
produce
wear
the
dark clothing
plastic.
and formal or semi-formal
Places
Right.
like
wear.
Mexico and stuff, it's
Thus,
cheaper to
perhaps
make
they allow the
glass
ladies, by
bottles.
contrast, to be more colorful in their
Yeah, that's
dress.
because we subsidize waste or some shit like that, ain't it?
This tie
I don't
may
know
not
for sure.
seem conservative by your standards, but it seems to be the mildest that Frank owns.
See? Made out of pure
Perhaps for the
skin,
next dance, he
snakeskin.
will buy a quieter pattern, something that won't compete with the colors he expects the girl to be wearing. In that sense, he will be showing consideration for her. A gesture
You're
of
wearing a
friendliness.
mint suit
And
too?
that is what
God damn it,
etiquette
now I
really
gotta go
is,
change.
Doing unto others as you would have them do unto you.
They all work at Applebee's.
Hello, welcome to Applebee's. Can I get you a double
Correctness
bacon
in
burger with
dress,
pepper
like other
jack
matters
cheese?
of etiquette, is something which has to be learned.
We use
One
apple
needs to
wood.
check on himself and inquire from those who know what is correct.
Wait, did they fucking said something that I think they
Of
said?
course, women usually receive
Hold on, let me
more
pause and
training than men in
rewind
the
that. I think I heard something.
The birth
Alright,
control.
Let me listen here. Give it a closer listen.
One needs to check on himself and inquire from those who know what is correct.
I thought I heard Jack himself or something like that. I
Of
don't
course,
fucking
women
know
usually
why.
receive more training than men in the etiquette of dress because of its importance
Although
to
I
their
will go
appearing
with a different
always
joke.
to best advantage.
The lady must make sure to check herself
But girls have
before
their
she
problems
wrecks herself.
just as fellows do. What they think is in good taste may not be.
Gee,
Naturally, everyone thinks that what he or she likes should be considered correct. But most girls are inclined to overdress. Even the word of parents is not always accepted.
God damn it, I just want to read the
Mother is
funnies.
called old-fashioned. But Margaret
Oh,
will take
these
Helen's
stupid
word
fucking kids.
that she is wearing
Back
too
in
many
my
ornaments.
day, we went to prom in a cardboard box.
Simplicity is always the safest policy in ornamentation. Correctness of dress for an occasion includes not only the choice of gown and slippers, but the hairdo and the accessories, the jewelry, and, yes, the face makeup. The rules are simple, logical, and easy to remember, and they are very important.
Dude, just don't overdress because that makes it like a fucking
Frank
hassle to walk
doesn't
around
look
and
happy,
shit.
And he isn't. But how much of his fearfulness is actually a lack of confidence in his manners?
Yeah,
Whether
he
he
just
admits
needs
it
some
to
liquid
himself or not,
courage.
his unsureness is painful and is already interfering with his enjoyment of the date. His wanting to blow the horn for Helen instead of going into the house to meet her parents and to escort her out is really not shyness, but a sign that his manners are weak.
The weak mannered shall fear the strong
He
mannered.
hasn't taken the trouble to learn how to meet people easily. Helen
There's,
tries to
hello
introduce
sir,
him
may I
first to
sell
her
you
mother,
this house?
who's
And then,
driven to shake
buy
hands
this
with
fucking house, you ingrate!
Ladies are always introduced first, and they may offer to shake
Who
hands
sells
or
the
not if
house?
circumstances warrant.
Trick is neither, because that motherfucker couldn't afford it.
Frank forgot that he should present the corsage to Helen at home, so that she may put it on there if she prefers, rather than carrying it to the dance. Notice that Jerry acknowledges the introduction to Helen's mother with a nod, since she elected to remain seated and did not offer to shake hands. Frank shouldn't open the corsage box, but allow Helen that pleasure.
Ladies first.
God, hyper-specific.
Since
Jesus.
Helen does not wish to put the flower on now,
Are the
Frank
proms
should take care of
nowadays
it and
this
see that
strict,
it
or
does
have
not
they
dent.
finally loosened up?
But give him credit.
I know
for
parents
assisting
try to,
Helen
like,
with her
uphold
act.
tradition, but I don't think people, like, our age gave a
Helen's
shit.
parents are glad to have
Just
met
that they,
the
like,
boys with
dressed
whom she is
nicely
going
and
out.
went.
And on
Make
the
sure they
boys'
don't
part,
smell like
meeting
they
the
came
parents is a
fresh from
minimal
the fucking
courtesy
pig
as well as a
farm.
pleasure. Good
Oh yeah,
manners
that
never
smells like my
interfere
job. I better
with-
take
they
a
should be
third
had.
shower.
And habits of correctness are just as easy to learn
And
as
again,
bad habits.
like fucking you and I, we're
Correctness has
dealing
the
with
real
mostly
advantage of
rural
allowing one
communities, I
always to
believe,
be at
right?
ease.
I have a job.
Jerry has been here often and is right at home. However, the ease
Yeah,
with
and I
which he
remember
enters
that
into
our-
a conversation is based on
Our
his
school's
genuine
so
interest
rural,
in
they
other
have
people and what they are thinking.
a Future Farmers of America club.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Frank is laboring to interest
And
Helen in what is
it's-
his.
And
not
within
hers,
like a
even
fucking
sports.
couple hundred yards are literal cornfields, so
Margaret is careful not to keep Jerry waiting. She doesn't believe that keeping a fellow waiting a long time will allow her a more dramatic entrance and thus increase his interest. Rightly, she depends on the charm of her personality to hold his attention, not upon little games. So that Jerry feels he is
I think
dealing
her
with
charm
her
is
true
showing.
self at all times.
God damn it. I just want to crack jokes
The
at this
phone
shit.
call is from one of those fellows who wait until the very last
Just like
minute
fucking
to try
crack jokes
making
like
a date.
constantly, because fuck it.
Jerry can laugh at his would-be competitor. Margaret is gracious, of course, but brief. There is no excuse for last-minute requests for a date. No girl is flattered at the idea that she hadn't already received an invitation. Besides, a lot of the fun in dating is in the anticipation. And right now, they are well along in their fun.
I hope to God
But
they'll find
Frank
each other.
and Margaret have problems with conversation. Margaret has tried to talk about the dates she has had with other fellows. She meant only to be entertaining, but such topics irritate.
Yeah, that's gonna be
rather than
awkward.
interest.
Hey, do you remember
Perhaps
about the time
he
you guys
invited
caught me at the
the
back of a
dance will
Burger
furnish
King
them
trying to
with
get a Whopper?
Now they
Julia,
have arrived.
that's
All
not
the fun
appropriate
they
car
hoped for lies
conversation.
ahead.
Okay,
Trying to
how's
keep
the
my eyes
weather?
on the road. I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road.
Dances are intended for enjoyment, and the rules of etiquette which apply to dances
You're really
are,
making me
again,
just want to stop the
just
car and
simply
walk out in
thrown
the
of
field
one
and just
person's anticipating
give up
wishes and
on life.
opinions of others.
Jesus,
Yeah.
a big
A
week.
gentleman doesn't dash off just because he sees a friend and wants to say hello. He waits as his lady removes her wrap.
Easy does it. I know we're in a Rocky Horror Picture Show right now, but timing is everything.
He allows her time to pin on her corsage and powder a bit if she wishes. He saves her any feeling of being deserted or of possible
Fortunately,
embarrassment
the
in
powdering
entering
will
the
take
dance
30 to
unescorted.
40 minutes.
Ladies expect such courtesies, just as they enjoy the thoughtfulness shown in presenting them with a well-chosen corsage or enjoy being properly escorted.
Yeah, can you hurry this up? I got like a band practice at like 3.
It ain't like it used to be. Most people don't spend their life with their high school sweethearts.
She should be if Jerry's attempts to escort her smoothly. And if Frank realized that his
Hi, this is my future
contact with
wife.
Jerry is due to his not
That's
being
We're
really
gonna crack a few nuts together.
he would learn the simple rules in a hurry.
Gonna
Introduce a man
take
to
this
a
country by
woman,
storm.
an older woman,
American dream and all
a man
that.
to an older man.
Housing market crash? No, that's not gonna
The
happen.
name of the person to whom death
Oh, how
is
naive
shown
they
is
were.
mentioned.
Oh, Jesus.
The person who is to be introduced waits until the introduction is made. And then
Hello,
waits
Mr.
for the
Johnson.
other
I come to
offer
follow
his
your
hand.
daughter.
Only a few friendly remarks are made. After greeting the sponsors, the first thing that Jerry sees to is that they select a rendezvous so that they will have a definite place during the evening for meeting after dances.
Anyways, welcome to the Night
they
Show with
begin
Jay
filling
Leno.
in
How
their
you
dance
guys doing?
When
I would
programs
love
are filled
like
out
a
with dances,
PSA that
and
like
one or two
accurately
couples
depicts
don't
how this
stand
shit
up
actually
having
goes
exchanged
down.
dances, programs are left with gaps that are hard to fill.
Just like accidental pregnancies and people fucking in the bleachers.
They don't fuck in the bleachers. They all fuck in the cars now.
Prom
Yeah.
night dumpster babies galore.
Damn straight.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
The purpose of the
I'm a
program
prom
is not
night
to
dumpster
exclude
baby.
but the
That was
opposite.
fucking
Get your
terrible.
hand off me.
Exchanging as many dances
They
as
got my
possible.
hand on your knee. It's like,
In
oh
that way,
yeah.
everyone
Pay attention
dances
to
with
your
his
own
friends
fucking
and
scratch-off
makes new
card.
friends.
Jesus.
It is not
I'm gonna
rocket
win
science
myself
for a couple to
$5
try
from
dancing
this
the
lemon
entire
scratchy.
evening by themselves. For after a
Maybe if
while,
I'm lucky,
they
I'll get a
tire of their
car.
exclusiveness, and then each one fears to hurt the
Nobody
other
ever
by
wins
wanting
the
to
car.
dance with someone else.
Literally, what is
It
that
is
card? I don't even know what those cards
for a
are.
couple
What
to
the fuck
reserve
is
for
this?
themselves the first and last
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
forgets it and has to
Ah,
be
don't worry
straightened
about
out.
it.
It's a scratch and sniff. They just didn't smell.
Let's hope that their troubles are over and that the evening will work out the way they have hoped.
Huh.
However,
This one smells like soul
the
food.
Their enjoyment depends in part, at least, on their manners.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Wonderwall.
Fuck
Oh,
manners, man.
fuck.
We're trying to have
There's
fun.
always that one jackass.
All that they ask is that they be allowed to talk.
Now it's just like prom. Turn down for weapons.
Or it could wind up like this one particular meme. The boys are in the bathroom, they're crying because their girls rejected them, and Mr. Brightside is playing at a loud volume.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Yes.
Yeah! Crank
Yeah.
it up, you 16-year-old fucks.
Meanwhile, jealousy.
Turning snakes into the sea.
God.
Oh, God. Oh.
Every prom is just like, in the movies, is just like a fucking situation for disaster. This is the low point of the story, where it'll hit the climax and all of the dramas will be revealed. We're gonna like use the liar revealed trope so many times you'll be sick of prom in movies.
Yeah. Unless it's the prom movies that are pretty much the horror movies, like the one in the 70s and the one in the 2000s. that
Now,
are just plain out
Gonzo.
war.
Margaret, you're
Gonzo,
going
that's just
yatata,
fun,
yatata,
Gonzo.
yatata.
That's probably the most fun they have, running away from a fucking
There's
crazy
nothing-
murderer.
There's nothing more adrenaline-inducing than running in an extremely elongated dress, tripping because you wore stiletto heels, and realizing, God damn it, why did I pick tonight to have the high fashion
Touch
sense?
yourself as you fill it, then present it.
I wouldn't trust that water right there. Come from the CIA tap water.
Getting jealous, enjoying themselves.
You're gonna see some wonderful, colorful shit.
They call this,
Check.
they call this water MK Ultra for some reason. I don't know how they spiked it.
I mean, it was a 50's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but you know what? I
It's
don't
either
think
the
I care.
50s. It's either the 50s or the 60s. Who remembers the fucking triangular paper cups? Those things were so dumb.
I think
Yeah.
I think
It's like,
Amtrak's-
motherfucker, I'm thirsty. I'm not trying to eat ice
Wait a minute.
cream.
I think Amtrak still uses those. I believe they
Yeah,
still
they
use
do.
triangular cone cups for their water.
Why though? It like minimizes the water you can get. It's like, man, I'm thirsty. I'm not trying to eat a fucking snow cone here.
Space, I believe.
It's foolish to be jealous.
Yeah,
well,
they're
yeah.
just cheap.
Plus, I think it's easier to crush anyway.
You gotta bring your own, like, fucking 5-gallon jug. Just swing it all back, make sure half of
God.
it you don't even drink, slam it back down.
You
I
might as,
was thirsty!
you might as well. Those,
I imagine you in that scenario, Mojo. You're just coming in a suit. You're holding like a big fucking gallon of water. You just open it, fucking swig it.
you might as well, because Amtrak can get a little pricey with their drinks and their water streams. If they have water in them in the cars, is a little bit of weak sauce and low pressure. So,
That's weak sauce.
oh yes, take it from a guy who constantly has to use Amtrak.
Margaret made the mistake of trying to be too entertaining. Frank allowed his fears to
Go
make
to
him worse.
7-Eleven, get yourself a big gulp cup.
People never like to blame themselves, so they blame others. All that either needs to do is to learn how to be natural and talk of what is interesting to the other person as well as to himself. Meanwhile, a good deal of the fun has gone out of the evening.
I'm thirsty
Even
again.
though Margaret pretends that nothing has happened, all is well.
So, twos are wild.
Naturally, we all learn through experience, but that is usually the long and the
I'll
hard
have
way.
two
It
number
hurts a lot.
9s.
If we realize that our social lives are filled
I can't
with
complete the
problems of
show
ethics,
without fucking laughing.
and
God
these
damn
must
it.
be studied. We must observe our own behavior.
Reminds me of that one time I went to Denny's with a few people after picking someone up from the airport. It was like we were there for 45 minutes and we didn't even get like our drink orders. No coffee. We needed coffee so fucking badly, but no. Denny's is fucking bullshit, man.
Was they
As he
particularly
finally
busy that
realized,
morning, or was there
Since it
just a few
tells
people?
Helen in a nice way how
We
much
were
he might
there
have
at
to
like
spend.
11 at night, and there was this huge fucking baseball party,
At last,
like
Jerry
a
is
whole
becoming
baseball
aware that
team,
Frank and Margaret are
and
not having a
only
good
2
time.
people there, one server
He
and
doesn't
one
ignore
cook.
the situation.
Well, that's
It
unfortunate.
brings the problem out into the open.
Yeah, fuck Denny's,
Margaret
Grant
and Frank are
Slamwich.
forced to admit their own foolishness. After all, Helen and Jerry had simply been at ease during the dance and enjoyed themselves. They hadn't been any the less interested in their partners. There was absolutely no reason for jealousy.
Do one of you gentlemen know that you
notice
look
that
like you're
Frank is
wearing
becoming
popcorn
more
on your
alert.
lapels?
He orders for Helen correctly. And maybe we can that he has decided to turn
He
over a new
orders
leaf.
for Helen correctly. See, there's where like your old viewpoints come in, Gonzo. The woman will fucking have the
Neil
salad.
has been happy.
If she knows what's fucking
The
best.
mistakes that have been discovered
Yeah.
won't be repeated. And those that
And no
might yet be will come
croutons.
to light as they pay more attention to their manners. But already they have learned some valuable lessons.
Like,
Frank
jeez,
particularly.
fucking calm down, man.
He
It's
has
just
learned to
prom.
begin with.
This
He
is
shouldn't
my
let his
property.
fears stop him from asking for the date in the
This
first
is my future!
place, and that he should ask
It's
right
like,
away.
Jesus
not threaten.
Christ, there's something wrong with this guy.
He is glad now that he learned a little more about selecting a corsage and about how he should dress. He has still to learn how to be easy during...
Come on, Julia. We went to prom with a fucking psycho. I think he's gonna kill us with an axe and put us in the woods if we don't get out of here.
A 10% tip, and that he found it pleasant to help Helen with a rat.
All I got is a crowbar in the trunk.
I got a rock.
He'll help Helen with her rack, sure enough.
The beginning of happy times.
Ugh. And now for the post-prom night fucking in the back of the car.
Can he even get a kiss? Oh, there we go.
Hey, he gets a kiss. He gets a kiss. It's like, oh, this just got saucy. It's about as bad as it gets.
But now Frank has a new problem. Should he try?
I believe in another film, it was basically like they tried to rush the kiss, but it was like awkward as fuck, and it ended poorly. And that was a major no.
He sees her to her door and thanks her for having gone out with him.
Handshake.
And he remembers to open the door for her. No, he should not try to kiss her goodnight on a first date. But he does ask her for another date soon. Helen is quite happy to accept. So their first date
All
is...
right, I sold her a Studebaker.
Now, how many times do you shake hands on a date? Thank you, sir, for doing business with me.
It's the saying, the fucked up saying. It's instead of pleasure doing business with you, business doing pleasure with you.
You might want to get yourself tested, Emily.
How dare you hold her hand? That's so fucking lowbrow class of you. You need to wear your fucking hand condoms.
Goddamn degenerates. All right, I'm going to stop right here.
Hey buddy, I hate to ruin your teen coming of age moment, but I'm about to take a monstrous shit and... Oh god, here it comes!